Well, it's an honor to be here on the west side of Chicago. That's the side of Chicago I live on. And you can sometimes say, Magic, the west side is the best side, okay? But you can't say that on the south side, all right? I was born on the south side. And I do want to thank Magic and Common for coming here today because we just heard how important education is. There are two forces in life. On one side, there are the movers and the shakers, and on the other side, there are those who are moved and shaken. And the difference between them is a good education. And it's important that we make sure every boy and girl get a diploma, a high school diploma, a career certificate after that. This Bridgegate program is really committed to using online techniques to help our young people learn what they have to learn to get that diploma. They're committed to each and every boy and girl, every student. Everyone matters. No, we don't have a person to waste in America, and definitely not here in Illinois. And that's what Magic Johnson and Common are all about. You heard that Common's an author. You have to learn how to write. You have to learn how to use the language. And that's what he's done with his education. Whatever part of Illinois, whatever part of America we live in, we are together. And that's what I think the great thing about our country is, that parents and adults sacrifice some of their present, and definitely our teachers sacrifice their present to help our kids' future. And we don't want to give up on any boy or girl. I went to a school not far from here, an alternative school, where those kids had a tough time going through their high school, but they didn't give up. They wanted that diploma. They came back in the summertime. I signed a bill in their classroom. And that's why I wanted to be here today.
Well, I'm honored to be here on behalf of Common Ground Foundation, Common, and also being a Chicagoan. I'm honored to be here amongst these greats and people who are committed to our community and to our young people. I'm always honored, obviously, to be in the midst of Magic Johnson. I grew up, and even like many of us who've watched basketball, we just enjoyed the dazzle that Magic had. You said I had dazzle. He started with dazzle, and everything he did, it was like something that I could look at and be proud of and be inspired by. And his energy was always something that brought brightness. Even before I met him, you could see that he just wanted to make things better. So when I got a chance to meet Magic and become a friend, I was just like, man, I can't believe I'm a friend of Magic Johnson's. Well, now I'm really getting to understand what this friendship means, because when you're a friend with somebody, you get to understand truly what they're about. And Magic Johnson is not only about the greatness that he's contributed as an athlete, and what he does on television as a great commentator, but we've known him to do so many great things in the community, so many great things in business, and really give back to people and sacrifice and make the efforts to improve our urban communities, to improve people around the world. And that example is something that it motivates me, because I'm an artist and I'm an entertainer that's out there, and it's always obviously we always grinding to work hard and achieve things within our own scope of professionalism. But when you take time to give back, it really says something, and you're really making that commitment to give back to the circle of life. And we know in Chicago, we have to give back. We have to increase in our circle of life by giving back. I'm often asked questions like how, everywhere I go now, because people know about the violence that has been going on in Chicago with our youth, they always ask, well, how can we stop the violence in Chicago? What are you all doing to stop the violence? Well, I know we all want to stop this violence, and we all want to make an effort towards that. I always suggest programs like what we do with Common Ground, and programs now that we have with Bridgegate that will give our young people an opportunity. I've spoken to young people within our community that say, man, we want to do something with ourselves. Even if it's jobs, if it's programs, we want to do something with ourselves. And I think it's very important that something Magic said to me earlier that really sparked me even more about this, what's going on with the Bridgegate Academy, is to take our children specifically and really get in tune with what they need, and not just generalize and say, okay, all kids need this, or this is how we'll teach all our kids. Well, I'm proud to know that the Bridgegate is taking kids who may not have thought they could make it in school, who may have been behind in reading or may not have the opportunities that some of us had growing up to learn, and now can take those kids and say, hey, we're going to pay attention to you. We're going to get you to the level that you need to be, and we're going to take it at your pace. That's a powerful thing to be able to do, and we all have to learn at our own rate and grow at our own rate. So the fact that Bridgescape is doing that is very important, and we also can acknowledge that that will also help to get our children off the streets. When we got a chance to get our children off the streets, let's get them off the streets. So I'm just here to say, hey, being a friend of Magic is not only just getting to go to the Dodgers games and ask them, try to make some money with them, you know. But it's really something that you can give that's important to our community and adding on to our world. And Common Ground Foundation, of course, I'm here to support this Magic Johnson Bridgescape, and I'm a friend of Magic forever. So I'm encouraging each and every one of you to do what you can do to support this too. Thank you.
My name is Heyman Cross. I am a student at Lawndale Magic Johnson Bridgescape Academy. I enrolled at MJBA because I need a diploma. I needed the bridge to cross the gap between traditional schooling and a diploma. To open such a school in the Lawndale community is a beacon of hope and encouragement to the young student body and to the community. The exuberance that the advisors bring forth every day makes it easier to achieve the goals that I have set. On a greater scale, the entire staff is doing meaningful work and making a difference, and that makes their work that much easier to make an impact on us as students. Especially for some students, because this may be the first time experiencing a learning environment where they're treated like young men and women. And even down to the classes. The e-courses are accessible and allow you to go at your own pace, giving you a sense of personal accomplishment and progress toward the ultimate goal, a diploma. A surefire formula to put us on the path of our future, a path made that much easier by the brick road laid down by Mr. Johnson. A path towards college, a career, or the military. I will be graduating this spring and attending college. I would also like to extend gratitude towards Family Focus Lawndale and NAAB Books Over Balls. Two programs which brought Magic Johnson Bridgescape Academy to my attention. Two programs which also strive to make young people more prepared and knowledgeable of the world around them. Enough people cared about us to bring this program to Chicago, to bring Magic Johnson Bridgescape Academy to Lawndale. I can't believe I have the opportunity to introduce this front-runner education, this inspiration for not only me, but for the world at large. Mr. Johnson, you provided students with the opportunities required to flourish and become successes. So on behalf of all the students on the path to diploma, we thank you for endeavoring to bring us success. Without further ado, please welcome the great Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson.
Wow. God is so good.
Take your time, take your time.
All you want to do is help these incredible young people achieve their goal in life. If you had to listen to that young man, you would never thought he was out of school. I mean, man. I've been so blessed in life. and I'm just trying to give back to the same community I grew up in. Young man, you make me feel so good. It's just, just to know that you changed your life and you're headed in the right direction. A lot of times when you put forth effort, sometimes you don't see the end result, but you're seeing that today. Governor Quinn taking time out, we really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. To come here and encourage our students. And we know you got a busy schedule because you could be anywhere in the state of Illinois and you're here with us, and that says a lot to these young students. And so we want to say God bless you and good luck. And Alderman, we know that we couldn't have built this without you because it took a partnership with you and CPS, all these great books, over Ball organization. I mean, it took all of us to make this thing happen because we love these young people. We believe in these young people. And then my little brother. I mean, this man loves Chicago. You know, when he first hit me, when we met, bam, bam, you know I'm a Jordan fan. I said, I got that. But I never met a young man that loved this city as much as Common loves Chicago, a guy who wants to make a difference, not just make hit records and do incredible movies and write incredible books, but he wants to touch young people's lives. And it's been an honor to work side by side with this incredible titan, and also to do great work between our foundations. And so, brother, thank you, man. And these young people saw you today and said, man, that brother is from Chicago. I hope I can do the same thing. And they know that you're here, that they can do it. And so thank you. We should give him a round of applause because he's doing great things. You know, I'm passionate about what I do, and everything that I do is always in urban America because I got to put my people to work. I got to help educate them. That's what we're doing today. I built, 10 Starbucks here in Chicago. I've owned 3 hotels here. I've built mixed-use projects here. I didn't put so many people to work in Chicago, and I will continue to do so. And so, but I've never been touched like I was today. That just was amazing, and just to hear him speak was just blew me away. I mean, this young man, you got a bright future, and I want you to set the tone for the rest of our students because that's what it's about. See, it's not about Magic, it's not about Common, it's not about the governor, it's about you. See, it's about you and what you can do. So what we need, and what I'm talking about, we're friends of Magic. If you can mentor our young people, we would take that. If you own a business and you can employ our young people, we'll take that. If you want to write a small check, we'll take that and give it to these young people. So anything you can do, that's what a friend of Magic is. We want you to come on board. If you got a summer job or a full-time job or a part-time job, we'll take whatever you can give us. If you can take 1 or 2 of our young people and mentor them. I became a businessman. First I was all about basketball. Till I was 16 years old and I met 2 African-American men in Lansing, Michigan, Joe Ferguson and Greg Eaton. I remember it like it was yesterday. And everybody used to tell me they own buildings and car dealerships. I said, what? We can do that? So the day I met them, I changed my whole thought process. I just don't want to play basketball anymore. I want to also be a businessman one day. And then I met those two guys, they mentored me. And that's why I'm a businessman today. I owe it all to them. So if they can do that to me, guess what we can do to some of these young people? And so that's what it's all about. So again, thank you. I got caught off guard. Probably God just working in me. I know I'm blessed. I know what my purpose in life is, and that's to the black and brown communities across this country. That's all my businesses are in those communities. But I am so proud of these young people saying, you know what? I'm going back, and I'm gonna get my diploma. And out of all the dropouts, we did our homework and research, and over 70% of them said, if I had to do it all over again, I would have stayed in school. So we know that they want to learn. See, they want to learn. So, but it took all these great people in partnership with them to build this Magic Johnson Bridgescape Academy, and so we're so proud. And then our dynamic leader, isn't he awesome? Wrote a poem and everything. So I want to thank Matt, my partner from Bridgescape. I want to thank Natalie. Now this sister, we all should be proud, you know, because she is doing her thing here, and we are so happy about her putting all this together and bringing us all here for a great cause. Normally, unfortunately, every time we're in the paper or on the TV, it's about something happening bad in our community. Well, today is something good. Today is something good, and hopefully it will continue to be that. So thank you, Natalie. That's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I just say thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting us. And I'm going to continue to build more. We have them in Ohio. This is not a pilot program. We've already been started. We have, 17, I think, or more?
More now.
Now,
30 or 40 by the end of the year.
yeah, by the end of the year, we'll have 40 of them all across the nation because we need it, especially in our community. So we're doing a great job, and this is what my mission is. And last but not least, not in this school, but in one of our other schools, we have graduating classes, and we have students in college already. And some of those students came through the Magic Johnson Foundation, and we gave them scholarships. So, brother, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be the first one from this one to have a scholarship from Magic Johnson Foundation.